Hello. The title of our presentation tonight is Prevention over Cure. The reason for that title is that old time people used to say that prevention better than cure. And we know that that is true. We are also talking about COVID-19. This pandemic began in Wuhan, China, at a so-called wet market where wild animals were sold and slaughtered for food. It is believed that it is from this wet market that this novel coronavirus was able to jump from the animal to infect man. As you can see on the screen, the statistics are dire. As of this date, the 22nd of March, we have over 337,000 cases worldwide with almost 15,000 deaths. In the US, which we are looking at very closely, there are over 33,000 cases and 149 deaths. In Italy, which is the epicenter of this global pandemic, they have over 59,000 cases with more deaths than China, where the virus originated. They have over 5,000 deaths. China has managed to bring the epidemic under control there. 39 new cases were reported today compared to 5,560. Well, this is the total cases for Italy, which have, as you can see, they have surpassed the deaths that occurred in China. What has happened is that the Italian health system, has been overwhelmed by this COVID-19 infection. That is, they just don't have enough health workers, doctors and nurses to deal with this outbreak, and also equipment to deal with this outbreak. And even the doctors and nurses are being cut down by this disease. COVID-19 is similar to the flu. If you notice, the first three symptoms are identical. The problem is that notice that the first three symptoms are identical. The problem, though, is that most people experience mild symptoms and then recover even without treatment. So it just seems like you have the flu. The problem is with the severe cases where complications arise and the disease progresses to where people start having breathing problems, what we call respiratory depression, and they have to be placed on ventilators, which literally breathe for these patients. How do we prevent getting COVID-19? Well, what we want to do is that we don't want to inhale or we don't want to inhale what someone else sneezes or cough. And as well, you don't want to pick up the virus and put it in your mouth or nose or in your face. So what the authorities has said is that we have to maintain what they call social distance of at least 6 feet from a person who is coughing or sneezing, or just plain maintain social distance from persons, because we don't know who have the disease. Now, the 8 laws of health is they can be summed up in the acronym New Start. Well, the New Start is patented by the Weimar Institute, and but the New Start basically is what is entailed in this statement from the Ministry of Healing, page 128. And this is a very good book to get to help us to keep and to maintain ourselves in good health. It has one of the best and most comprehensive health program, pointing us to Jesus, who is the source of health and healing. But consider this statement. I will read it. It says, pure air, sunlight, abstemiousness, which is another word for temperance, rest, exercise, proper diet, the use of water, trust in divine power. These are the true remedies. Every person should have a knowledge of nature's remedial agencies and how to use them. So as you can see, these are the true remedies. So we should make it our life's work to learn how to use these natural remedies. Remedies that cannot be patented, because who can patent the pure air and say, this is mine? Who can patent the sunlight and say, this is mine? But these are health principles that, if we know how to use these, they will not only help us to maintain good health, to prevent from getting sick, but also help us in the recovery process. So I recommend the book, Ministry of Healing. You can contact me if you would like to get a copy. So, open air. In the open air, we want to spend, some people may be sensitive to the sun because of the drugs that they take. So, follow the instruction of your healthcare provider. But for others, we want to spend much time in the open air, so that we can get the sunlight on us. We can get the fresh air. and we can breathe and really enjoy the fresh air, which is which feels so good. And the best place to get this is in the country, away from the smog and dust and exhaust fumes of the motor vehicles. Also, we should try to, as far as possible, allow air and sunlight into our homes. Pull back the curtains and let the sunlight come in, because the air and sunlight will refresh the place, and kill bacteria and other harmful things that abound in closed up spaces. So let us enjoy and let in the open air. Temperance. Now, temperance has to do with every area of our life. It has to do with eating. So we should eat much fruits and vegetables, but not too much. We don't want to overeat. A definition of temperance is to reduce or abstain from all things that are harmful. Well, to abstain from all things that are harmful and to use judiciously the things that are good. So one thing we want to do is we want to reduce or eliminate meat from our diet altogether. That's part of the temperance principles. Avoid alcohol, coffee, tea, smoking, and drugs. These things we want to remove completely. There is no amount of alcohol that is good to be consumed. And tea and coffee are harmful substances. As I said before, the Ministry of Healing speaks about these things. So I recommend getting that book. Also, we want to get enough rest, we want to get enough rest. So we want to be temperate in how we work. We don't want to overwork ourselves. Rest. Again, we want to get at least 8 hours sleep each night. And the sleep that you get before midnight, 1 hour, it is said that 1 hour of sleep before midnight is worth 2 hours of sleep after midnight. So the adage, early to bed, early to rise, makes a young man healthy and wise, is quite true. What about exercise? Exercise is such a wonderful thing. We want to ensure that we get enough exercise. To aerobic exercise that you get from walking, or aerobic exercises are very important. Walking is one of the best, and it because it keeps the blood circulating, and make us feel good all over. So get into the habit of exercising, walking briskly. Most people can exercise, but even when you are inside your house, you can exercise, but get more information on it to find out what is the best thing for you. Working in the garden is also very good exercise, and we understand that this is therapeutic, for help us to really feel better. It's good for our mental health. And what about water? Water has to do with more than drinking the water. We have to learn how to use water treatments. There's hydrotherapy, that employs the water in its various forms: hot water, ice water, ice itself, steam, to help the sick. There's a book called The Healing Wonders of Water. That's a very good book to get on hydrotherapy. And remember, everyone should learn how to help themselves in sickness and how to help their family members. So water, certainly if you have a fever, drink as much water as you can. Use water on the body as well to provide that cooling effect. So there's a lot more to water, but try and get the book Healing Wonders of Water, and you will get a lot more information on how to use hydrotherapy. Some remedies that has to do with water and also other things. I have left out the slide, but there are remedies like steam inhalation, which has to do with inhaling the water vapors. And there's also onion inhalation, which is quite good to, just as you cut up the onion and have it before you, and it goes up and make your eyes run. The fumes of the onion also helps with breathing, and also helps with helps us to breathe. If we are congested, if we are stuffy, the onion is a simple home remedy that you can try. The reputation of garlic has a big reputation of being of having antibiotic properties and other antimicrobial properties. So if there's a sore throat, one thing that we can use is the garlic sandwich. Just cut up a clove of garlic, put it in a slice of bread, squeeze it up and eat it. That's a garlic sandwich, which is good for the throat. So you can try it if you can manage it. The salt water gargle is another hydrotherapy that's good for the throat as well. And the eating compress as well. But many of these treatments you can get from the book Healing Wonders of Water, that will give you more information on it and show just how to do them, and and when, under what conditions they are applicable. And last but not least, trust in God, especially in this time when the world is shutting down because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a time when we need to prove God's promises. And these are some of God's promises. Psalm 27, verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? So, be not fearful. Let us not be fearful and stress ourselves out, but put our trust in God, who is able to deliver us under all situations. Also, Psalm 91 is another important promise that we can claim. It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. The Psalm 91 verse 3. And the Psalm 91 verse 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So let us claim these promises. Let us take all the precautions that we can, and then, after we have done that, put our trust in the living God, who is able to take care of us. And we are his children, so he will take care of us. This is a prayer that, this is a simple prayer that you can pray, and that I will end with, which says, Dear Father, I acknowledge you as King of my life. Jesus, I accept you as my Savior and Lord. Please strengthen me and keep me from sickness and disease. And dear friends, the Lord is able, because according to 3 John 2, he says, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health. So God bless you. Keep safe, keep healthy.